What's up YouTube, it is your option, coming at you with a deck profile for my Empress Prophecy post judgment. This is sort of like a prototype version or test version. I haven't really had time to finish it off because I've had to work, which I mentioned in my small shadow update. I'm traveling quite far, and I guess I could think about it whilst I'm traveling, but I have been kind of busy because it was my first week. But yeah, to get to the deck profile, I play 3-star drawing, which is basically the core of the deck. It allows me to make all of these XYZs without going minus. 1 Oracle of the Sun. Oracle still works really well as Star Drawing and 1-to-1, so I feel like it's probably still worth playing 1. 3 Spellbook Magician, which is just part of the Spellbook engine. 3 Redox. Redox is still a card which I'm testing, but it seems to work really well with Star Drawing and with Temperance. It also works really well with Gold Sark, which works well with Spellbook of Judgment. So it seems to have really good synergy with the deck overall. 2 Summon the Monk is just out the Star Drawers and can allow me to make some of these rank 4 XYZs. I don't really make them too much because most of the time I play something like Summon Oracle, then go to Summon the Monk, then go into another Summon the Monk, and then go into a Star Drawing or something. Yeah, basically what I meant was that I don't normally make rank 4s with Star Drawing, but sometimes I make it with 2 Summon the Monks or something like that. But yeah, after that, Temperance and Prophecy, I still played 1 Temperance from my previous version. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think I actually played Temperance in my previous version. I think that was a Justice which I tested. But yeah, I put Temperance in this version because it's an Earth, so it works well with Redox, and I can still use it with DDM. And Temperance's restriction doesn't really restrict DDM that much because I can still summon Star Drawing. I mean, I still can't summon Oracle or Instant Fusion, but the whole point of this deck is really to abuse Star Drawing, and it doesn't really, prevent me from doing that, so I feel like it's probably worth it. 1 DDM, I pretty much just explained why I play this. I use it to abuse Star Drawing, and sometimes to get Summon the Monk from the Banish Power, which can then get Star Drawing. Onto the spells, Reborn, Heavy. I'm probably going to cut one of these 2. I could possibly cut Reborn because playing in Redox is like playing Reborns as well, so maybe it's not that necessary to play Monster Reborn, especially since Redox is kind of searchable by Gold Sark. And Heavy I'm considering cutting, but the thing is back row kind of is a problem, like Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment. XYZ centric decks and Synchro centric decks really have a tough time against cards like Warning and Judgment, which just outright just negate your summon and then make you go minus. So I kind of like Heavy Storm still over Monster Reborn, but I haven't really decided which one I'll probably cut. So moving on after that to Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion works extremely well with Star Drawing. It also works well with 1-to-1 and Spellbook of Judgment. If you open up a Spellbook of Judgment, Instant Fusion and 1-to-1, you can activate Judgment, then use Instant Fusion and use 1-to-1, and you could go through your 2 cards on your deck, and you still have your normal summon as well because Instant Fusion obviously counts as a special summon, but you do pay 1,000 life, but I mean on the opening turn it's not really much of a deal, a big deal. After that, 2 towers. I'm not really going to explain the Spellbook stuff except for this 1 wisdom which I've got here. The reason why I'm playing this 1 wisdom is because a lot of these aren't really spellcasters, so I feel like I may as well play MST, but I'm considering putting MST in the side because I don't really like opening up with it. I mean, if you open up with Judgment, Secrets and MST, you could just go use Judgment, use Secrets, and then chain MST on your Secrets, but it seems like a bit of a waste, and if I'm going to do that I may as well play a spell card which is more beneficial, like Upstock of Rim or something. So I feel like MST I might put it to the side, but I've yet to sort of really make a decision on that. 2 Judgments is here because I basically kind of used to playing Empress without Judgment, and like when I was basically playing Reaper and I got tired of it and I got tired of using Judgment, I would come to my Empress build, the one which is the version before this, and I would just play that without Judgment, and it was quite fun. So whilst I'm building this deck, I'm kind of still sort of leaning towards not focusing on Judgment too much. So that's why 2 judgments here, but by all means I think 3 could probably work, but I just kind of don't want it to be judgment centric. 3 1-to-1s, I pretty much just explained why I play this. It's also really good if Magician gets Veilered. 1 Foolish Burial, there's a really cool opening move which you could do with, involving Spellbook of Life, Spellbook, Magician, Foolish Burial and some other cards as well. And 2 Gold Sarks, I pretty much explained that it works really well with Red Ox. And Gold Sark also works really well with DDM. You can banish the star drawing, and then you can use DDM to summon it back and then overlay. It seems really unlikely, but sometimes you could go through games where you just absolutely don't see star drawing or any cards which search it. So in those sort of situations, Gold Sark is kind of useful. And as for the extra deck, I'm pretty much just going to mouse over this because, to be honest, you guys can probably guess what's already in here, and I feel like I probably don't need to explain it. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any recommendations, say so in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So this is Azul Watching signing out, and have a nice day.